Weiter geht's bei MTV Spin mit Dave Gahan. Jetzt haben wir schon ein bisschen über die Vergangenheit gesprochen, über die letzten Jahre. Nochmal ein kleiner Flashback. Now, since you've worked up things that happened in the recent past, do you remember the time after the Songs of Faith and Devotion tour, when you came back, I think, from Los Angeles to Madrid to meet up with the other guys? Do you have the impression that this was a point where Depeche Mode were about to lose the band chemistry? Do you think the guys were scared of you, seeing you?
Yeah, I think so. I kind of... What I knew was that there had been a certain amount of separation. There'd been quite a bit of time that we hadn't been together, but I'd really sensed when I met the guys that that we were moving in separate areas and separate ways, and I think it was a struggle anyway as well, because we were trying desperately to not repeat ourselves. And I had come back from Los Angeles, and I was very influenced by a lot of new bands I was seeing in clubs out there, bands like Jane's Addiction and Tour, and there was a lot of up-and-coming bands, and they had a much harder sound, and I was really kind of getting into it. I knew I felt like an excitement then that I felt about music when I first went to see bands like The Clash and The Damned and The Banshees, and around that time when I was a teenager.
Now, since you like the record and like doing the record, we could easily play something of Songs of Faith and Devotion. What's your favorite video of that one?
Probably Walking in My Shoes. In fact, I saw it recently, and I remembered that it was... A lot of people thought it was really dark, but I actually thought it was a beautiful looking video. I especially like all the comparisons and stuff in there that's very sort of Hieronymus Bosch-like.
Yeah.
It's kind of stuff that I was really kind of into, a lot of that stuff. I still am now, but when I went through art school, I used a lot of that stuff as influences of the work that I did. So...
Yeah. Right. And we could easily squeeze in something from The Clash, since you mentioned that.
Great. Well, then it's going to be London Calling, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm grateful that now I have built a relationship again with my family, with my mother and with my brothers and sister, and my wife and my kids. That's really important to me. I tried to hide from that for a long time because I somehow felt that I didn't fit, and I really don't feel like that today. I feel really positive about my life. I feel a sense of wonder about the future, and I certainly feel like in the world that we live in at the moment, it's really important to, if you have any willingness to try to do something that's creative and positive, then you should be really doing it right now, because, I think we need the balance,
Leider schon ein letztes Mal, willkommen zurück bei MTV Spin mit Dave Gahan. Und ja, also man sollte erwähnen, Platte ist jetzt draußen, und Dave wird natürlich auch live spielen bei Rock am Ring, Rock im Park und noch eine Show in Berlin. Now, the question is it the first and last Dave Gahan solo record? What do you think?
Well, it's definitely the first. I can answer that part of your question.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like that's it. I've made the record that I wanted to make, and I feel really grateful for that opportunity, and blessed that I had the right people around me. That just But I don't know. This is what I got right now, and I know that I'm going to continue writing, because it's something now that I've opened that door inside of me, and I get a great deal of joy out of it. And it's amazing to watch something from nothing come, and just be there and let it go through you, and then somehow it turns into something. Must be something that Martin's enjoyed for years, But and me too. I've enjoyed that happen with Depeche Mode too, but this is different. I don't really know what the future holds. I know that I'm going to be touring with this album till Christmas of this year at least. And I'm playing some shows that you talked about earlier, and if that all goes well, I'm going to come back again in the autumn and do some more shows, and do the same in America as well.
Yeah, and the inevitable questions is, of course, is there another Depeche Mode record? I guess so.
I think that Depeche Mode is something that will last forever. It's already last beyond my wildest dreams. And it's much bigger than any member that leaves or joins the band. It's kind of like this thing, and I would hope that in the future we can sit together and talk about the idea of introducing some new musical ideas, or at least people that will challenge the ideas that we have, you know, much like Knox did with me, or like Peter Gaudino or Christian Eiger does with Depeche Mode when we're on tour. What we do on tour, I think, is that all the songs take on a really different feeling, and I'd like to experiment a little bit more with that. Some live musicians in the studio, I think it would be interesting, mixed up with electronics, you know. But let's see what Martin wants to do, and I know there'll come a time, probably next year, when we'll sit down together and talk about it.
Favorite Depeche Mode album ever, for you personally?
I used to always say Songs of Faith and Devotion, and probably still is Songs of Faith and Devotion.
Okay. Yeah. Favorite video ever, which closes the show?
Of Depeche Mode?
Yeah.
Let me just quickly think about that. Probably Walking in My Shoes.
Played it already.
Oh,
you
okay.
get another one.
I'll pick another one then. I also like Personal Jesus.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Dann kommt jetzt Daves Depeche Mode Lieblingsvideo Personal Jesus nach Walking in My Shoes. Ne? Das war MTV Spin für heute. Recht herzlichen Dank für die Aufmerksamkeit. Auf Wiedersehen.